Charlie, and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Man rushed to hospital with serious injuries after shooting in North York. Found suspect arrested in 2021 drive-by killing in Etobicoke. Female seriously injured after being struck by vehicle downtown. Canadians think the call came from inside the White House. January 6th hearings to resume. Ontarians celebrating Diwali raised concerns over election date clashing with festival. Pedestrian seriously injured after being struck by TTC bus in Scarborough. Free menstrual products will soon be available in Mississauga facilities.
These were the headlines, and let's jump right into the detail.
A man was rushed to trauma center with serious but non-life-threatening injuries after daylight shooting in North York earlier today. It happened outside a flooring and renovation business near Steeles Avenue West and Western Road shortly after 2 p.m. Police say that the victim was shot several times in his upper body and was transported to hospital via emergency run. Toronto Police Service Duty Inspector Salim Hussain told CP24 that the shooting appeared to be targeted. It does appear that it was targeted, so we are not looking at any more threat to the public, but that's still part of the investigation, Hussain said at the scene. Two witnesses told CP24 that the victim is a man in his 40s. They said that he got out of his car and briefly came into the business before walking out into the parking lot again with another man. The shooter then allegedly got out of the passenger side of a grey SUV and opened fire on the victim, according to the witnesses. The shooter allegedly fired multiple shots at the business, shattering the glass door. The witnesses say the shooter subsequently got back into the SUV, which had a driver in it, and the vehicle fled the scene. The victim was ultimately located inside the business and taken to the hospital. Police are asking anyone with dash cam footage from the area to come forward. A female is in serious condition after being hit by a vehicle in downtown Toronto Tuesday morning. Toronto police responded to reports of a collision in the area of University Avenue and Richmond Street West at around 8 a.m. A female pedestrian was located with serious injuries and transported to a trauma center, Toronto paramedics said. The police said the driver remained at the scene. Toronto police have announced that the second of two suspects wanted in connection with a fatal drive-by shooting in Etobicoke has been arrested months after a $50,000 reward was offered in the case. Mohammed Hassan, 22 of Toronto, was arrested on Thursday in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan on an unrelated matter, according to police. Hassan was wanted on a Canada-wide warrant for first-degree murder and attempted murder in connection with the killing of 21-year-old Habel Abdullahi Hassan of Toronto last year. Police arrested another suspect, 18-year-old Atwan Kristen James of Toronto, in April 2021. The shooting took place on April 3, 2021 at around 5:40 p.m. in the area of Dixon and Scarlett Roads. According to police, Abdullahi Hassan and another man were in a vehicle that was northbound on Scarlett Road when another vehicle drove up beside them, and the occupants, allegedly Hassan and James, began shooting. The victim's vehicle was struck by multiple bullets, police said. Hassan and James then crashed their vehicle into another vehicle at the corner of the intersection before fleeing the scene on foot. According to police, the victims drove to another location and called 911. Emergency crews arrived and found two young men suffering from gunshot wounds. Both were transported to hospital, where Abdullah Hassan was pronounced dead. A pedestrian has been injured after being struck by TTC bus in Scarborough. It occurred in the area of Kingston Road and Morningside Avenue just before 7:30 p.m. on Monday. Police say the pedestrian was conscious and breathing when officers arrived. He was transported to a local trauma center with serious injuries. There is no immediate word on his condition. The TTC has confirmed that the driver involved in the collision was operating a 12 Kingston Road bus. Police closed roads in the area for investigation. A new poll suggests 1 in 3 Canadians have been keeping close tabs on January 6th hearings in the United States, and that nearly 3 in 4 blame Donald Trump for the riots. Legger's online poll conducted in August for the Association of Canadian Studies found 37% of respondents in Canada and 44% in the US were watching the hearings closely. Just over half of the American respondents, 54%, said the former president is responsible for the Capitol Hill riots, compared with 72% in Canada. The Select Committee investigating January 6th is set to hold its next hearing Wednesday, likely last before the midterms in November. The final report on committee's findings is expected before the end of the year, but it's unclear if will be released before Election Day, November 8. The level of Canadian interest in hearings is likely more to do with the persistent fascination with the Trump and his ever-evolving legacy than anything else, said Association President and CEO Jack Jedwab.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.